Hi there, this is Henry Tenby AI, and I'd like to explain to you what I have been doing basically since the beginning of the year. It's now early June of 2026, so we're 6 months into the year, and I have not been sitting idly by. I've actually been doing a lot of research here on YouTube. Basically, I have been watching YouTube videos very, very extensively to learn as much as I can about AI and the evolution of this very, very quickly changing world of AI agents. And I've just educated myself as much as I possibly could. I've been watching a number of YouTube content creators here on YouTube, and I'd like to share with you who I believe are my top three content creators. I've seen a lot of different content creators, but I tend to gravitate towards just three for a number of reasons and logic, which I'm going to explain herein. So I'd have to say that each of the three content creators serve a different purpose for me. So in no particular order, I'll start with Alex Finn. So Alex Finn is probably the most famous of the, I would say, AI agent video creators. He's the absolute guru in the space. He's a very young and very motivated, very keen American. I believe he lives on the East Coast of the United States. And up until very recently, he has completely immersed himself into the world of OpenClaw, the OpenClaw AI agents. And his videos are absolutely fantastic. He does not sugarcoat. He is not bought and paid for by anybody. He just gives the exact information as honestly, as clearly as he can. And I should say that there are many, many content creators out there that I have seen, and many of them are bought and paid for, and I do not like that. And as soon as I hear that somebody is being sponsored by, in particular, a certain hosting company, which I won't even mention as the preferred means of hosting an OpenClaw, I completely click away. I do not watch that content. For me, the content that I consume on YouTube, here on YouTube, it must be completely unbiased. And as soon as I hear the words, oh, this video is sponsored by blank hosting company, I am gone. I just click away. I do not listen anymore. And the reason is I believe that the number one way to host your AI agent is on your own physical machine. So in April of this year, I took delivery of my own newly purchased Mac Mini with 24 gigs of RAM. I bought it brand new. And here we are in June, and I still have not yet got everything set up. I'll tell you more about that on a later video, but it hasn't been as easy as some people suggest. But as I say, I'm going to explain in detail what that process was all about. But I do believe that the best way to set up your AI agent is to have it on your own machine. Now, I wanted to have it on a dedicated machine, not on my actual working computer. I do have a Mac Studio as my working computer, so I do have my agent set up. I believe they're set up properly on my Mac Mini, but we'll get into that at a later point in time. So yes, Alex Finn would be he's one of my number one video content providers, creators here on YouTube, and I highly, highly recommend what he has to say. And he's recently done a lot of content on Hermes, so he's moved over from being a huge supporter of OpenClaw over to Hermes for various reasons, but basically it has to do with the stability of the system and enhancements that get rolled out by the creators of these systems. And in a nutshell, OpenClaw was simply, I guess they were putting out too many bugs in their enhancements and it would break the system. So that drove him nuts. I've not yet experienced it myself because I'm not there yet. Whereas the folks at Hermes are really on the ball, and their rollouts of their updates are absolutely flawless. So that is the reason why he's now really focusing his content on Hermes. But I'm going to be doing my own content comparing the two as well from an entrepreneurial perspective. So, but I'm not there just yet. So Alex Finn, top-notch content. I do highly recommend you head over to his channel, subscribe, and I'm very, very impressed with what Alex has to say, and I wish him nothing but success, continued success in the months and years ahead. Another person who produces fabulous content that I've consumed pretty much all of his videos, just like Alex Finn. I watch all of the content put out by a fellow Canadian. His name is Dan Martell over in Kelowna, BC, another fellow Canadian out here in the west coast of Canada. Dan Martell, his approach is a little bit different. I view Dan's content as my, I'll say, business motivational content. His focus is more on videos on how to grow and develop a very successful big business. So he's kind of your MBA school content, if you will, centered around AI and agents. And he's a very, very solid, excellent, no BS content provider, and I find him to be really motivational. He gives you the concepts, the business ideas that you need to instill into your business for long-term success. And so, yeah, I find him, he's my rah guy. And as I say, I watch all of Dan Martell's content, absolutely fantastic. In terms of the programming side, he's really more focused on Claude in terms of building businesses, as opposed to agents, dedicated agents that live on your own machines, which is fine. It's still great content. That's another way to approach this this way of thought. So. But I have not yet experimented with Claude, but he definitely has a ton of content on Claude. But again, I really, really appreciate his content in terms of being a motivational speaker on the big concepts, the big ideas on how to grow a very successful and large, highly profitable business using AI. And I would say he is absolutely terrific. So subscribe to his channel as well. That's my recommendation. And then the third person who I also really, really appreciate his content, different than the other two, is Andrew's AI agents. Andrew, I believe he's American. What he does is different than the other two in that he provides you with very detailed information on how to set up your AI agent. And he gives you all the exact prompts that you need to put in to set up your memory and all the other aspects in setting up OpenClaw so that it will be efficient. And I've been watching his videos also since January, and he's also learned and also grown his own business, and he helps other people get into the AI world, and really, really solid guy. He is not bought and paid for, and what I like about him is that he provides information, detailed information, that you won't find really anywhere else. And I used a lot of his information in setting up my OpenClaw. Again, I watched his videos for many months, and I saved every single one of his videos that I felt had information that would help me in my OpenClaw setup. So you do need to put the time in to get all that gem of an information to do the proper setup with OpenClaw. So thank you so much to Andrew for being so diligent and being so honest and not holding anything back. All that secret sauce is very much appreciated. So all three of these guys, Alex Finn, Dan Martell, and Andrew's AI agents are my go-to content providers here on YouTube. And I'm sure there are others as well that are good or excellent. But for me personally, I found that these three are absolutely terrific, and I appreciate all of them. And I think you could benefit by viewing their content as well. But I just wanted to tell you guys who I've been listening to over the last, well, since the beginning of the year, so for the last 6 months, and how I've educated myself and brought myself up to speed as best as I could with all things to do with AI. So I hope you found this useful, and I do appreciate your watching my video. If you're a new viewer to my channel, perhaps you might subscribe. That would be hugely appreciated. And if you have any comments on who your go-to content providers are in the world of AI agents here on YouTube, definitely let us know in the comments below. I will very much appreciate reading about that. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the very next video. Take care.